Hey everybody, welcome back. If this is your first time here, awesome. Stay a while, take a seat, get comfortable. If you're coming back, fantastic. Welcome back. It's my second video, so we're just gonna keep right on rolling into it. The last one we discussed credit and what it is, and some of the feedback I received from people on social media platforms. What is a credit score? You told me what credit is, outstanding. Thank you, got it. What's a credit score? But before we can discover the credit score, remember what credit is? Trust. There's a video up there. In case you don't remember, we go into the whole thing about what credit is. Even a little funny story in there for you if you like to laugh. But credit is trust. So what is a credit score? It's trust turned into a number. Newsflash. Banks like numbers. And trust, describing it can be really wishy-washy. If I had somebody that I didn't know very well and they were your friend and said how much I can trust, you may say a little bit or a lot. That doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what a little bit to you is or what a lot is to me. So banks, because they like numbers and people with money like numbers, they turn your credit, how much they can trust you, into a number. Makes it easy for everybody to understand. So instead of saying I can trust you a little bit, I trust you, I like 3 out of 10. That sounds about right. So numbers, everybody uses them because it's easy, they're definitive, we can all count what they are. Stay tuned to the end because I've got a little hack for you to buy points on your credit score, and it's not that expensive. It's ingenious. Don't pay people to fix your credit. And if you have no credit, you definitely want to stay to the end. So why numbers? Because numbers are definitive. Banks like them and they can use them to make decisions. So the next question you're probably going to ask is, all right, great. I know what a credit score is, how much they can trust me. Why do I have so many? That's where things get a little complicated. So all the money you borrow and all the stuff you borrowed and who you paid it back to and when you paid it back, whether it was on time, whether it was early, it's somebody's job, it's a company's job to keep track of that. Not one company, 3. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. All these companies do is keep track of who borrowed money from who and who paid it back. That's it. That's their job. And there's 3 companies. So by default, you're gonna have 3 different scores. But it gets worse. See, your score is somebody taking that record of what you borrowed and who you paid it from and turning it into a number. That's not an exact science. They can turn it into a number however they see fit. And you're probably wondering, who is it that determines how to turn it into a number? The word FICO is going to get thrown around quite a bit. FICO is a company that does this. Their job is to take your credit profile, which is all those records from those 3 companies, and turn it into a number. So when you go to a bank, they don't even ask TransUnion. They don't even ask Equifax. They ask FICO, hey, what's this guy's credit number? So I can know if I can trust him. Is it a lot? Is it a little? But I need to know how much risk I'm taking on letting this guy or this gal borrow money. That's what FICO is. So let's get this straight. Your credit score is how much somebody thinks you can be trusted based upon a record somebody else has when another person, the person with money, asks how much they can trust you. This instantly became a mess, right? But that's what a credit score is. It's just how much they can trust you. The reason why you have so many, FICO is not the only person that's telling people how much they can trust you. You've got FICO, you've got Experian giving you their own numbers. Easy company to get into. Then you got places like Credit Karma where they'll say, we'll give you a number for free. And everybody looks at the same information and comes up with different numbers. That's why people can have a Credit Karma score. It's like, my score is 750. Then you go to a bank and they're like, no, it's 625. Because they asked a different person to look at it. That's all it is. What I've learned and what I've seen, because I've got a bunch of different credit scores, is that Credit Karma is usually the nicest of the 3. They're going to be the most generous with points. So if you have a really high Credit Karma score, like suspiciously high, probably because they're typically going to give people more points or a higher score than what they should have. So you know what a credit score is. It's how much somebody can trust you turned into a number. You know why they're all over the place. You got different people looking at different files off of the same person. I'm one person. I've only lived one life that I know of. But for some reason, 3 different people are keeping track of who I owe money to, and then a billion different people, that's an exaggeration. Then like 5 or 6 different people are taking a look at those 3 records and making a guess of what they think those records turn into a number. That's a mess. So how do we navigate all this? How does this benefit you? If you have no credit, which is not bad credit. Again, we referenced that up there. You can buy points. It's easy to do. This works anywhere in the world. Anywhere there are credit reports and there are people with money, you want to borrow some or you need to borrow some, this works. This works anywhere in the world where there's people with money and there's credit reports. If you have no credit, that's not bad credit. Go into a bank. If you can find a credit union, they're better because they're nonprofit. And it's been my experience that the interest rates are better and the fees are lower. I want to tell them, I need to take out a loan. You want to borrow some money. Now, you don't have any credit, so they're probably not going to give you much. Ask for a small loan, $1,000, $500. If you, depending upon where you go, they may give you the $1,000, they may give you $500, they may counter with something lower. The amount doesn't matter. We don't care what the amount is. You get approved, outstanding. Open an account if you don't have one, put the money in the account. Now, when you're signing the paperwork, this is important. You have to read. Read the paperwork. Specifically, what is the total interest on the loan? How much money do I have to pay you guys back for letting me borrow this money? Now, if it's $1,000 when I did mine, I think it was like 120 bucks. Whatever that amount is, you have to put that in the account same day. You're going to set up the auto pay. They're going to ask you, do you want to set up auto pay? So this, I know you're going to set up the auto pay. Yes. Now they are paying themselves back. The same money you just borrowed, you're going to put in an account and let them pay themselves back. You need the total interest because you have to put that in there because they're going to want that too. Now the loan is paid. The bank is paying themselves back. But in the meantime, they're telling Experian, they're telling Equifax, and they're telling TransUnion, yeah, this guy pays on time. Every month the money's here. I know it is. You put it there. I personally, when I've got the bank paying themselves back, you're getting your payment history, credit score is just going to go up. It's that easy. It's my favorite type of plan, the one where you don't have to do anything. One day of work can set you up for a lifetime of prosperity. Simple, easy, no muss, no fuss. If you're a parent and you got a child that's 18 and either they're on the way to college or they're taking the year off, take them and do this for them. They will thank you later in life. Just make sure they don't touch the money. If you're older in life and you're trying to repair your credit, this is a fantastic way to get back on your feet. Again, it's the easiest type where you don't have to do anything. My favorite kind of plan. So to recap today, a credit score is just how much somebody can trust you, turn into a number. Why are there so many? Because it depends on who you ask. And your credit report has 3 parts. Those same 3 players, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And as far as what the score is, depends on who asks, which one of those 3 people, what score you're going to get. So down in the comments below, I want you guys to tell me, what bank did you go to for your first loan? If you're a parent, where did you take your child? If you're later in life, are you going to try this for yourself? And let's see who gets the most for their initial loan. Like, I got $1,000. I think that's a relatively high enough bar to be set. But I'm sure somebody's going to get more than me. And if you get less, again, it doesn't matter how much you get. The money they give you is irrelevant because they're paying themselves back. It ain't your money. It's not your money. You're not going to touch it. When they say where's it being deposited, into that account, you're not going to use it. That's what it's there for. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And models always do something. You don't have to do everything, but you got to do something.